day isn't going like I thought. What's this? Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Oh, hi. Hi, welcome Growing Together kids. It's Pastor Walter, and sorry, I didn't notice you guys were watching. But look, I've got this card that someone left for me. It says, even when we can't see him, the shepherd is always with us. Isn't that beautiful? I wasn't having a very good day, and it just feels so much better to know that someone was looking out for me and decided to just give me a card. And I feel so much better. I feel so encouraged. You know, boys and girls, sometimes life can be discouraging. Maybe someone's bullying us, or we're just not having a good day. And when someone encourages us, encouragement can be so uplifting. It can make you feel so much better. You know, I heard it once said that we should encourage, not discourage. You like that? Maybe we can say it together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Encourage, don't discourage. Yeah. Today's lesson is actually about encouragement. There was a man named Barnabas, and his name actually meant son of encouragement. And here's how the story picks up. See, Stephen died because of his belief in Jesus, and it started this whole thing where people started bullying and persecuting, and so the Christians had to kind of spread out to be safe. And they went to all different parts of the world at that time. And because of that, it was a little bit hard to see how everybody was doing. So the church sent Barnabas out to some of the other churches to see how everyone was doing. And he got a chance to see how God's word was spreading and how many people were learning about Jesus and the great story that it is, of course, that he came and he died and he rose again. And so as he got to see all these other churches and all these other people, he then was encouraged and went around encouraging as many people as possible. But the story doesn't end there. We actually read that he went out looking for another friend of his. That friend is Paul. And Paul was in a different part of the world in Tarsus. And we don't know too much of what he was doing, but I can kind of imagine that he was feeling a little bit discouraged because he tried to do some preaching, he tried to do some witnessing, he tried to go out, and it just wasn't quite working. So Barnabas remembered that, and he went and he found Paul. And he brought him to Antioch. And there the two of them spent an entire year encouraging others. And through doing all of that, Paul was on fire. And then he went, and well, the rest is history. You can read it in the rest of the book of Acts. Super, super cool to see that happen. Which is really neat when you see how God works. When we see that when we encourage others, great things happen because they may be feeling discouraged. Sometimes we may be tempted to discourage people because we don't like them or because they treated us poorly or things like that, but it's always important to remember to encourage. Now, I've got some questions for you as you go through your lesson for this week. The first one is this: who is someone that you know that might need some encouragement? Number 2, what are some creative ways that you can encourage others? Maybe it's giving them a card or calling them up or just talking with them. Think of a creative way you can encourage someone else. Number 3, what's a good Bible verse that you love that you can encourage someone else with? So boys and girls, I'm excited to see what you're up to this week as you go out and you encourage others. And we'll see you again next time.